talk the South region or the North Carolina region because it seems like the Tar Heels get to play in their home state. They get some home cooking for a while in this tournament. So you either like Carolina to go far or you like them to get knocked out early. Which is it for you guys?
I like them to win it all, to be honest with you. And I mean, of course, the asterisk is Ty Lawson's toe. I mean, he's the engine that drives them, and obviously that really hurt them in the ACC tournament against Florida State, not having him. And, toe injuries are not to be taken lightly because if it is turf toe, which sounds like a minor injury but actually is not, especially for a guy who depends on quickness, I think that they could be really vulnerable that way. And the other thing is, their defense can be sort of shaky. I mean, if they defend the way they did the second half of the game at Duke, they'll win it all. But they don't. That's the thing. And I don't think anybody can sustain defense that long on a night-in, night-out basis. So that's the caveat.
But, I thought they really defended well in the Florida State game. I think if they'd have had Lawson in that game, they would have won that game pretty easily. And I think they are getting better defensively. The thing we were talking about with Duke, where Duke doesn't have a point guard who can penetrate. They don't have a big guy. I think the three elements are big guy, point guard, and three-point shooters in the sort of modern era. And North Carolina has state of the art all of those three things. Yeah. So I like them a lot, and certainly think they're a pretty prohibitive favorite to get out of this region.
I would think.
All right, so we got any upsets? We all have them going out through. I agree with what you guys are saying. What about upsets? Do you see any teams, dark horses here?
Well, Gonzaga's not a dark horse, but they have a history of not doing great in the tournament. I can see them winning a couple games and getting out to North Carolina, but I can't see them beating North Carolina.
Okay. What do we think about Syracuse? I mean, and the weather-beaten, bedraggled Orangemen. I mean,
well, they're one of a bunch of maybe 4 or 5 sort of second-tier teams that I could see losing in the first round, or I could see going to the Final 8. Right. They're really a wild card to me.
I agree. I have them playing Carolina, and I almost put them to beat Carolina because of Lawson's injury, and Carolina, Lawson's the engine, and if they're not on and they're not fast breaking, Carolina's not as effective. Can Syracuse stop them, that zone they like to play, and so forth? So I have Syracuse playing Carolina, but I have Carolina right now beating them.
I just have a feeling that Lawson kind of took a week off, and I think he's going to be okay. That's just a hunch, a suspicion. Who knows? But that is the key that this all revolves around.